Hey guys, it's GameGuard here, and today I will be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 2019 tablet, and I'll be talking about different specs and giving an overall consensus of what I think is good about it and what's bad about it. So let's get straight into it. The tablet retails at around £200 in UK, which translates to approximately $300 in the US, which is actually a good price range for it, considering the more expensive version of this tablet is like £500, and that's the newest model that's came out recently with all the other specs. So considering this is cheaper, it only is slightly worse in terms of specs, and it's still perfect for watching movies, playing games, and just streaming the internet really. So let's get into the specs. The tablet has an internal storage capacity of 32 gigabytes, which can be extended to approximately half a terabyte with an SD card, and it has a 64-bit octa-core processor, and it has 8 megapixels back camera and 5 megapixels front camera, which is pretty good to be fair, considering it's a tablet and it's not a phone. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM. However, some versions across the world do have 3 gigabytes of RAM for this tablet, so maybe you should check where you live and check the specs specifically to the location you live in. And it has a 6150 mAh battery, which is pretty solid for a tablet and is much better than lots of other devices at the moment that are trending. So the speakers, one downside of the speakers is that they're both on the same side of the tablet. Although one's on the left and one's on the right side of the same part of the tablet, they're not opposite to each other, so it's hard to have the stereo effects when you're watching a film on your tablet and you want to make the sound sound more like it's coming out at you. So I guess that's the downside with the sound. However, it still sounds pretty decent. The volume isn't like really low or anything, so I guess it could be viewed as a downside if you want to watch films on it. But if you don't really care about watching films and you just want to use it for other daily functions, then it should be perfectly fine. And it's considering it's a cheaper model compared to the bigger one, it still does a good job. So one thing I've noticed since purchasing this tablet is that it has very good colours, and vibrancy. When you go on the tablet, you'll notice that everything seems to pop out, and all the colours seem to be very vibrant, which is good in my opinion because it kind of shows that it's good quality, and it kind of brings everything to life. And that's one thing I do like about Samsung generally, because I've noticed it with their other devices, but more in particular with this tablet device, because you find with bigger screens, the colours tend to be more dimmer because it's hard for it to kind of process it as much as it would be on a normal phone screen. However, I feel like the tablet does an excellent job at kind of still capitalizing the effects that it would normally have on a small device, putting it onto a bigger device to kind of bring everything to life. So that's one aspect I do have to rate quite highly, to be fair, because I didn't really expect it, and that was a pleasant surprise for me. So one thing that has definitely changed with this device compared to predecessors is the home button has been removed from the front screen. And personally, I think it's a good idea because it kind of makes the bezels make smaller, which makes it more slick and easy to carry and put into places without it taking up too much space. So personally, in my opinion, it does a good job. And also, if you swipe up on the screen itself, you can also use like a button that's with on the screen. You don't need like a physical button to press. It runs games very well as well, so you can play PUBG Mobile um, perfectly. It runs really well on this tablet, so it's not just like it doesn't work on tablets because it's got certain less specs than some of the newer phones. It does actually run really well, surprisingly, and it kind of makes it feel like a more better device because of it. Because it's just good for all the general features, but it's also good for gaming and watching films. And I feel like that kind of makes the device 100 times better in my opinion, and it's why you should definitely consider buying it, especially because of the quite humble pricing as well. So the battery life is pretty standard in my opinion. It lasts for around 10.5 hours with medium brightness settings on. So if you're getting this tablet because you want an amazing battery life, I wouldn't get this tablet. However, if you're not really too bothered by the battery life, then I'll definitely recommend it because it's not terrible by any means, and it's pretty standard and it's easy just to charge up. It only takes a few hours. So in my opinion, this tablet would be pretty good to buy, especially because the battery life isn't too bad as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you do enjoy the video or find it somewhat useful, please drop a like and consider subscribing. However, if you don't like the video, please comment something constructive so I can work with it, because I have to tell you guys that I do film and make all these videos just with my phone, which is quite difficult, to be honest. So it might seem a bit disconnected or a bit jumbled up. And in a short-term future, I will be buying a camera to make it seem like photos in better quality. So please take that into consideration before coming to some sort of judgment. If you have any other questions regarding this tablet, please just message me. I will definitely be able to respond and tell you more information on it. Yeah, so that's it, guys, and see you in the next video. Peace out.